Hello guys, and thank you. Did I scare you? Did I scare you? Sorry. I'm super excited. You can probably tell I'm mega excited. I've been waiting for this game for so long, but I need to contain my excitement because I need to explain why. It's really worth it. Life is Strange is an amazing game. It was touted as being able to revolutionize the way stories are told. And they certainly haven't disappointed, and to be honest with you, that is an understatement. So where do I begin? So Life is Strange is a game developed by Don't Nod. It's a French game, and as you can probably tell from my other videos, including Siberia, hint hint, I'm a huge fan of French and Belgian comics. The way they tell stories is very unique and peculiar, and I mean that in the most positive way. They are experts when it comes to storytelling, and so, you know, when I heard about this game, I was just right there. I'm right there at the front of the queue, yes sir, with my hands up as well. And it's not just that. This game is developed by Don't Nod, and they made one of my favourite games, which is called Remember Me. Now, Remember Me was basically a postmodern look, I would say, at our future, in a similar vein to, say, Blade Runner and so on. But that game was published by Capcom. This one, however, is published by Square Enix. So Don't Nod have done an amazing job in being able to secure funding for their projects, and it's because of that I knew straight away that this game would be amazing. And yes, it is. It really is. So where shall I start? Well, Life is Strange follows the life of a girl called Max, and she's an adolescent. She's going through that period in her life where she's, you know, under peer pressure and everything like that. If you're still experiencing that now, then best of luck. There's always hope. Just remember that. But she's a photography student, and that brings me to highlight the fact that this game focuses a lot on photography. Now, it's not just because she's a photography student. It also relates to the rewinding ability. Now, this game is a time-traveling game, kind of. You have the ability to be able to rewind time. And at the beginning of Life is Strange, you as Max come to terms with your newfound ability. And while it's not something that's new, it's the way it's been implemented in this particular game that really blows me away. The way that it plays out is just so natural, and it just works. And to such an extent that even though I knew about the ability to rewind time, I was nevertheless totally off guard when I was actually given the power to do so, because it's seamless. It really is, and they played on that as well, because the ability to rewind time is a staple. It's one of the core features of the game. They actively encourage you to experience and to experiment with each and every possibility. It's not a simple case of, oh, you know, choose this way or choose that way, and then you carry on, and then that's it. The only way to experience the other side, the other perspective, would be to reload your game. No. It's actively within the game. It's part of the core mechanics. So you are given the opportunity to rewind time during a conversation, and of course to appreciate the repercussions, because that is another part of the game that really excels. The repercussions. The smallest details. It makes you think that if you were given the opportunity to go back in time and you were to change one tiny little facet, one tiny little part of history, no matter how small it may be, it will undoubtedly have huge repercussions, and this is what this game is all about. It basically allows you to really explore and to think about your choices. Not just think about them, but to explore them as well. And that is where Life is Strange really excels. So, going back to Max, she has a dream. She had a dream at school, which is something I'm very familiar with. I used to daydream all the time. And she's back in the classroom, And she's basically, yeah, she's just an ordinary teenager until she goes to the toilets and something happens, and that's when she discovers her powers. And these are very, very powerful. You know, these powers will change her life forever. And it's interesting also that this game focuses on photography, because you'll notice that straight away, not just because Max is a photography student, but also because of the various filters, the burning, the color saturation, especially when you're rewinding time, the concept of photography. And even at the very, very start, they even mention things like chiaroscuro, which is the contrast between light and dark, which is something we'll be covering later on, hopefully, when I manage to get that review up and going. It's another game, but yeah, they've done their research, and you can see and you can feel how prevalent that is. That photography element is from the very, very start, from the offset. And I don't know whether that's this is only the first chapter, by the way, but I'm not sure whether or not that photography element lends itself to to the fact that we are looking into her life from a third person, an outsider perspective, or not, or whether it's just there for aesthetics, for artistic effect. But the music's awesome as well. I was going to do a proper review of this, but because it's released in episodes and there are 5 episodes yet to be released, this is the first on launch day, I decided just to do a talk through with the aim of eventually doing a review once all the 5 chapters are released. So Don't Nod, you have done an amazing job so far. The excitement and the build-up was well worth it, and I've got no regrets about buying this game either, and neither should you. If you have the chance to buy the game, then you should go and do it, because as I was saying before, it will take you by surprise the extent to which you can actually manipulate time, manipulate the world, manipulate the outcome, essentially. And so that's it. This is a great game. I'll give it full marks, however much that might be. 100, 200, 500 out of 10. I'm just super excited, guys. Thank you very much for watching. This is Tatsu. I'm going to sign off right now. Goodbye.